Most of you have made a traditional egg mayonnaise at home, but I bet you have never made a mayonnaise using soy milk. This is a plant-based mayo, and we're going to use a really good quality soy milk here that's rich in protein and lecithin, so it emulsifies beautifully. Now, before we get on to our mayo, we're going to start with our wedges because we need something to dip into that mayo. So to start, we grab our sebago potatoes. I have peeled them and I'm going to cut them into wedges. About 8 pieces will do. Now, I like sebago for wedges because they're nice, starchy potatoes. I don't like to use a waxy potato for wedges because I want the centre to be nice, light and fluffy. And you'll only get that with a really starchy potato. They're going to go directly into our bowl because we're going to throw all our other spices in there as well. Now, when you're out at a restaurant, quite often you see wedges on the menu and you ask the waiter, are these gluten-free? And quite often the response is no, they're cross-contaminated. That's because the same oil is used to fry breadcrumbs and flour. Onto our last potato now, before we add our beautiful spices. Now, this is a really smoky potato wedge. You can pretty much use whatever you like at home, but these are my favourite spices to use with wedges. So to start, we have a smoky paprika. You can use a sweet one, some garlic powder and some dried oregano. They go straight in. And we're also going to add a generous pinch of salt and our extra virgin olive oil to coat. Now, as I said, you can mix up this spice mix with whatever you like. Thyme also works beautifully, cumin, coriander, they all work. Just use whatever your favourite spices are here. Okay, our wedges are beautifully coated in that spice mix and they're nice and oily and golden. So on they go. I place these in a single layer because I don't want them to stew while they're on the baking tray. You want a lot of hot air circulating around that potato so that it goes nice and crispy and crunchy. Okay, our wedges are ready to go into the oven. It's set at 200. We want a nice high heat. We're going to roast them for 40 minutes. And whilst these are roasting, we're going to get onto our plant-based mayo. To start, we grab our soy milk and we need half a cup of this. Now, as I said, this one's really rich in protein and lecithin, so it will emulsify beautifully and go really thick and creamy. Just pour that straight in. Then we add our flavouring. 1 garlic clove, gives it depth of flavour. Now, for some acidity, lime. This is a lime mayo, but if you want to use a lemon here, that is totally fine. They both taste equally delicious. Just squeeze lime juice straight in. Some acidity will really lift your mayonnaise. And for some extra flavour, a teaspoon of mustard. I love a Dijon one here, but you can use a whole grain one if you like. And some sea salt flakes for flavour. Okay, now we simply blitz that for about 30 seconds to get it nice and frothy before we add our oil. Our soy milk mixture is nice, airy and frothy, as you can see. And we're going to slowly drizzle in some light olive oil. Very, very slowly so it can emulsify well. It's coming together nicely. As you can see, as I'm blitzing, it's thickening up beautifully. I'm just going very, very slowly. Our mayonnaise is nice, thick and creamy. Look at that. That's exactly what we want. Ready to go. All we need to do is wait for our wedges. Our potato wedges are piping hot, just how I like them. But they go straight onto our serving platter. Now, this mayonnaise is fantastic because it can actually be stored in the fridge for up to a week. You can make it ahead and just pull it out when you need to. And I can't wait to get in there and taste one. I'll grab this extra crispy one. My creamy mayo. Here we go. If you've eliminated eggs from your diet, get onto this plant-based mayo. It is delicious and just as creamy as the regular one.